Okay, everybody, we are at Jesse Jones Park, and it's actually very crowded here. There are a bunch of cars. You might be able to see them in the background. But there's a bunch more, like, up front that way. But, yeah, we're here at Jesse Jones Park. So it's a free trail, and it has a ghost town. And, yeah, yeah. So anything you would like to say?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go take a look at the park map and go see what we have.
So where are we? What's trail?
So we are here.
Okay, so we're right here.
And we want to find the homesteads. So we're going to go...
The Homestead Trail?
We're going to find the Homestead Trail.
Where do we go?
And take a look at
the restrooms.
Probably not going to the restrooms. We're going to try to get Homebud Hill Homesteads where we're going to go. So we're going to backtrack down the parking lot. We're going to find this trail, and we're going to go to the Homesteads, which is the little ghost town that's here.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's a lot to do in this park.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So, and it sits along what's known as Spring Creek. There's a bunch of side trails all over the place here. And then when the nature center's open, which is down here, they actually have a lot of activities going on, including I've been here for bluegrass jams before, which is really cool. So let's go find the head of this trail.
Yep. Okay, so there is, yesterday was the second Saturday Settlers. We're gonna try to go to that in September, but it was yesterday at 1 o'clock, so. But we just didn't go. We were going to, but we decided not to. So we're going in September. Are these a bunch of shells?
Yeah, it's a bunch of shells. Show people the shells in the
Yeah.
gravel.
Look, there's a bunch of shells in the gravel, and it's super cool. Was there like a river here at one point, maybe?
Maybe. I think those are seashells, but yeah, I don't know if they use, maybe they use shells or wherever they get the gravel from. Look, there's a big oyster shell. Check these out. That's kind of cool. Look at that's a fossil. It's actually a fossil.
Yeah.
So wherever they're getting the gravel from, they actually have fossils in it. So that's pretty cool.
Look at that shell.
Look at that shell.
That's nice.
These are fossils all along here. Oh, that's really cool. There's shells and fossils in here. I did not expect to see that. That is pretty awesome. So whatever they're using for the road gravel or the trail or whatever they're going through has fossils in it. Yeah, the one thing we will say is I have seen a couple mosquitoes so far here. This is a beautiful trail. So you'll see the tall trees. And you'll see they keep it really well graded. So it's easy to walk on. We did see in the parking lot was very full. We saw a lot of people who were riding bikes.
Yeah, we saw a lot of bikers.
It seems that there's a popular bike path here called Spring Creek Greenway. And I think it's from here, it goes, we have two big freeways here, one called the 45, that's west of where we're at, and one to the east of us called 59. And I think it goes between those two, and I think it's like 13 to 15 miles. I can't remember exactly how far it is. We can look that up. So here we go walking some more. Ray, do you see any cool fossils in the ground or any shells again?
This one.
Look at that. So there's all kinds of, this is kind of cool. Now I don't think we can collect them, but it's pretty cool to see these fossil shells here. So whatever they're using for the road base, they have shells. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take off my mask now. We haven't seen another person here. So,
Yeah.
Hello. So we're walking through the woods right now. And there's Ray. You'll see I have this hanging off my ear. So we're walking through the woods. It's very beautiful. If we stop and listen, I think we can hear cicadas. They're pretty loud today. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's a beautiful area to go for a hike in. You'll see really cool trees. So I love trees. Trees are one of my favorite things. And check out some of these cool trees. Now I don't know what kind they are, but let's go take a look. There's actually interpretive signs along this hike as well. And so this is talking about something called a greenbrier. And I'm not sure which of these It is. There's a bunch of vines hanging down. Kind of looks like a cool, like, this could be like a scary movie set or something in there. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and keep on walking. So it said the trail was 0.3 miles to the Homestead site. So we're gonna go see, I don't know, what is it? Oh, there's a stick bug. Rae just spotted a stick bug. Let's see if we can zoom in.
I almost stepped on it.
He's very camouflaged.
He's right there and he's moving.
Can you guys see him? There he is. See him right there?
Stick bug.
That's a stick bug.
I've never seen an actual stick bug before. That's cool.
Look at him. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm trying to circle in on him. Really cool stick bug. He blends right in, so I know he's very hard to see. But really cool. Hi, Mr. Stick Bug.
Look, he's running away.
He's running away.
There's a runaway stick.
Cool. We saw a stick bug. Good find, Rae.
Yeah.
Big thumbs up. Let's see a big thumbs up for stick bugs. Big thumbs up for stick bugs.
Yeah,
awesome.
I have like eagle eyes, I like to call them, because I can see like things that are like super camouflaged. Like I found this frog. He's now one of our best friends. His name is Bob. And then I found this frog, but he's like perfectly blended in with the ground that he was next to. And then I also found I've seen, what else have I seen? I've seen leaf bugs. One of those leaf things. They look like leaves. I saw something else. Was it like a moth or something?
Yeah, you recognized a moth that was on a tree. It was really well camouflaged. And Ray's like, there's a moth. And it was a giant moth we saw in a place called Bernie, Texas, which is north of San Antonio. It was so cool. It was gigantic. It was like the size of a softball in its wingspan. So it was really cool. I wish we would have been video recording then. It would have been pretty awesome. So we're still hiking along here. You'll see it's a really pretty thick forest. Oh, and here's somebody coming through. So we're going to go ahead and veer over, and we're going to put on, let's keep our 6 feet apart. Hi, how are you today? Good morning.
We'll visit the homestead, huh?
Going to go check out the homestead.
Okay, so it's a very pretty trail. Like, very nature-y.
And there are signs along the way. So, although I don't know, I'll have to take some time and figure out what goes to what, though. There's so many trees here, and there's like one sign, but there's like 1,000 trees. So we'll have to take some time and figure out what is related to what.
Throughout this whole path that you can see.
There's a lot. Here's one. Here's something called a red bay, and they have a lobster.
Ooh,
is that a lobster? Oh, they use red bay leaves as a source for seasoning for cooking, I guess, their seafood. That's pretty cool. The Native Americans would come here and grab red bay. So I don't know which one of these is red bay, but maybe it's one of these plants here. There's probably some people that know more than we know, and so you can always leave a comment and let us know.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure which one's red bay, but apparently the Native Americans would come here and grab these bay leaves. I guess these are like the bay leaves maybe that we actually cook with. What do you think, Rae? Because we cook with bay leaves, right? We use it as a seasoning.
Yeah, and actually when I was little and we went to the store, there was a tank full of lobsters, and I would go and say hi to the lobsters swimming in the tank.
You did love your lobsters.
Yeah, they're cute. I like all animals. Like, if it's an animal, except spiders, I love them. I'm like horrified of spiders.
So why are you scared of spiders? What is it about spiders that scare you?
They're just so creepy, and like they can be dangerous, and they're just ugh.
By the way, she just dodged a moth. So it's not only spiders she's scared of.
I'm not scared of moths. I just didn't want to hit it.
Okay.
I didn't want to hit it.
I know. Oh, here we go. I know what this one is.
Ooh.
Say it, Rae.
Loblolly.
Loblolly. We love saying loblolly.
Loblolly.
So on some of our trips recently, we saw loblolly, and this is a loblolly. Here we go. Going up. Going up. Going up. Going up, and it's so tall. Oh, look how tall that is. And it's fun to say. What is it?
Loblolly.
We love saying loblolly. That's fun. So that one we know because we've seen those signs before, and obviously we love saying loblolly.
Loblolly.
Always thought it would make a really good bluegrass song.
Loblolly, loblolly,
Loblolly pine. Get some banjo behind it, a little mandolin.
Yeah, my dad can play banjo. So.
Here we are. Here's the homestead. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stop.
It's small, but It's nice.
We can take a look here. So we've got a few things going on. So we got a stack of woods with a sign, and what we'll do is we'll walk around and see what all these different signs say as we go through here. Looks like there's a little kiln, so maybe where they were making pottery. We'll go take a look. Here's an old cabin, somebody's house. Here's a bunch of little cabins. There's a little
Those are like
shelter, maybe storage.
Yeah.
There's an old garden. Here's some old houses again, or barns. I'm not sure what all this is. So we're going to go walk around and go take a look.
That's a cool dragonfly.
Oh, and there's lots of wildlife here.
Yep.
There's a black and white dragonfly. And I don't know if I can zoom in on him. Oh, he's flying away. Or she. It is flying away. Where'd it go? There it is. Can I get zoom in on it? Stay, dragonfly. Let's see if I can get in there. I don't know if I can. Nope. He's flying away.
Yeah, I've actually seen
All right, let's go do some exploring.
like
Hi, folks. How are you?
I've seen a lot of wildlife. So,
Ooh, what do you think this is, Ray? Let's go take a look. What do you?
maybe like
Here we go. So let's go take a look in the. This is the old how they would make an old chicken coop. And so what's interesting is they'd use the timber, and you can see they'd use these round logs, and then they stuff mud with straw in between to insulate it. But you can see little chicken boxes in here. So this is an old chicken coop. And so they keep their chickens in here and get their eggs every day. Pretty cool, huh? What's behind you, Ray?
so behind me we have a garden. And so this is where people back in the pioneer days would grow all their crops.
Why do you think they have this wooden fence around it? Oh, and there's our friend the dragonfly. Hi, friend
They
dragonfly.
keep the wooden fence around it to keep the wildlife out, and so it wouldn't eat their crops.
That's probably what I would think they would do too. And you can see how they'd
Dad,
string.
you're standing in an ant pile.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's the other thing we got to watch out for. So fire ants. So, oh, yep, I got them all over my feet. Hold on, fire ant emergency. Do you know what this is, Ray?
Is this like where they make stuff?
Yeah, but what kind of stuff do you think they make here?
Like maybe materials, like stuff like spears or something?
Could be. They also have a whole bunch of, what do they have up here on?
Nails?
Nails. So here they have the Tremont nail, a history of some kind of nails in America. So these are different types of nails, and this is an old blacksmith shop, and it looks like they must still do demonstrations here for the blacksmith shop. And there's a big bellows, and there's an anvil, and I don't know what all the blacksmith things are, but this is a blacksmith shop. And on the second Saturdays, I'm wondering if this is where they do some living history, where they show how blacksmiths actually make things. Pretty cool. Next, we're going towards a house. So here's a house. I think it's a house. You think it's a house?
Yep.
I think we're coming to an old lodge or a house. Let me step out so you guys can see what this looks like. So, see the wooden shingles on top, and you can see the logs with the mud and straw in between it again. And we're going to go ahead and go take a look. So Ray, go ahead. Let's go up here and take a look and tell me what you see. Looks like a crafting shop, huh?
Yeah, it does. Looks like a shop.
Yeah, you can step up there. Step up there and tell me what you can see to explore. Oh, there's an old chandelier up there. That's kind of cool. And there's some saws. This is really cool. This is a cool old homestead. And there's some, looks like rakes and hoes and some pitchforks in there. Wow, pretty cool. All right. Oh, it says it up top. Woodwork shop. So they're telling us what it is. So this is the woodwork shop. Let's go to the next place. What's across the way? There, I see a lot of...
I'm guessing it's a barn because there's a bunch of hay stacked.
There's a bunch of hay in there.
So I'm guessing it's a barn.
Probably a barn here. We're going to try to stay on the better path parts here. Oh yeah, look how they used to make their fences. That's pretty cool. An American hornbeam, that's the type of tree here. But it's really cool how they make their fences. And look at that, there's an old wagon in there. Let's go check out the wagon.
Are we allowed to go in there?
I think so. It looks like it's open. Let's go take a look in there. Let's just watch out for fire ants. Rae pointed out earlier, I stepped in a pile of them. There's a fire ant mound right there. So fire
I'm
ants.
actually mildly allergic to them, so.
Yeah, so we're gonna be super careful.
I got bit by a
Hey!
wasp nest right there.
Yep, that's an old. Oh yeah, look, somebody broke down a wasp nest and left it down there. Cool.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, I got bit by a fire ant a while ago, and my whole ankle was misshapen because it was so swollen.
Yeah, so we've got to be very careful of watching out for fire ants here. So this is a barn, just like Rae said. Good guess, Rae. And look at all the hay.
There's hay. Right.
And look at the wagon. This is a cool old wagon. Look at that.
If there ever had like horses that would pull it.
Yeah, well, I think maybe that's what this front part's for. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, let's keep walking around over here. Whoa, look at this thing. You can actually go on rides with this. So the bench is where the person would sit.
And then you would have a horse attached to there.
Yeah. This cool old wagon. Look at the old wheels. Wow. This is a really cool place. Let me kind of pan the other direction again. You can see all the different buildings on this homestead. So I wonder where they actually lived. So we found a barn. We found a woodworking shop.
Okay, so right here we have another garden, and they use old branches that have fallen off the trees, or they'll cut them off of trees, and they'll place them around the perimeter to keep the wildlife out. So, and we have a garden right here, so that's what it is. And it has the big sticks to keep out the wildlife, and then yeah, there's a bunch of. I can see some crops in there actually.
Yeah, there's some signs maybe? What do the signs say? Let's see if we can figure out what kind of crops these
So
are.
there is a can't read what that.
Yeah, let's try to see if we can figure out what some of these are. This is a golden ball turnip. That one is collard greens, or collards. And then I don't know what some of this other stuff is. I can't read what everything is here. Someone says native mustard over there in the back row. Let's see what else we can see over here. Beets. Oh, here we go. Carrots. Let's see. There's a carrot row. And there are beets. Cool. This is really neat how they have the garden, and they showed how the early settlers would have done their gardens here. And all right, should we keep on going? Oh, I found an important homestead place. It is known as the restroom. Dun 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 dun. Which is probably an actual restroom. You know, we still haven't found where their actual house was, unless the woodworking shop was their house. What do you think, Rae?
Well, there was this building up front, and that might have been their house.
Yeah, we still need to go to the other side of the homestead, don't we? Okay.
We're checking out over here. So right here we have a smokehouse.
So this is where they would get meat and they would smoke it and then eat it later on. So it's kind of cool. Once again, very similar way how they build it. As you can see, it looks like they had a fire in here before.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Let's go see what this is, Rae. There's also this feature where they've used the earth to build around a storage. And I think, it's called a root cellar.
A root cellar?
And a root cellar was used because it would keep their things cool, because they didn't have refrigeration back in the day. So they'd make a hole in the ground, put earth around it, and try to keep things cooler to make sure they stayed a prolonged life for the food so they could store it.
Yep.
That's really cool. Let's go ahead and go check out this. I think I found the house, Rae.
Yep, I think I may have been right.
Yep, let's go check out the house.
Okay, so we're heading over to the house. Well, what we think is the house.
There's stairs, kind of stairs. I guess that's their version of stairs, huh?
Yep. There's logs.
They're logs. Let's go walk up here.
Log cabin.
Log cabin. So unfortunately they have it closed.
Yes, we can't see inside of it, but it is the log cabin.
That house, it says in very faded lettering underneath it.
Yeah, very faded.
Very big. Alright, so let's take a look and see how big this is.
It looks pretty big.
Yeah, it's good size. So it'd be probably a single room in there, right? So most families would live in a single room house back when they were homesteading.
Yep. Right here, well,
Let's go,
you want to go check out over there?
yeah, let's go take a look. So I see a wood pile. think they call it the kiln. So maybe they roast things in here, or they would make pottery. I'm not sure what they do here. So
They'll probably do both.
could do both. It'll be really good for us to come back in September when they do the second Saturday and take a look at what they're doing. It looks like they have a stage where they can do presentations for people,
Like,
and they have a bunch of logs. So that must be how they take logs like that, they cut them and strip them. So cool, well, that's the homestead, folks.
yep, so we're gonna be heading back to the cars. So, okay guys, so we are back. We just finished the trail and we're going to review it now. So for adults, what would you rate it?
I think for adults, it was really fascinating. I really want to see it with the live actors that we're going to come see in a month, but I think I would give it a 3.5 out of 5, which I think is better than average.
Well,
it's really cool to see.
Do you want to round it up
Okay,
or
let's say
down?
it's 4. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, for me, it was really good, but it was kind of long, so for most kids that would kind of be a little boring. So I think I'm going to give it a 3.
A 3.
So for the total score, it is a 7 out of 10.
Excellent.
So that's a pretty good score.
And then how long did it take us to walk from the settlement back to the parking lot?
It took us 6 minutes.
6 minutes. So it's not a very long hike to and from, but there's lots of cool things to see on the way. So I would give yourself a good 10 to 15 minutes, or maybe even a little bit more, especially if you're reading the signs.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell for notifications on when we post a new video. So make sure to enjoy.